Hello darlings, how are you? And I'm really excited to come live today to do a live higher self connection practice. So I'm doing this on Facebook and I will share it across to YouTube later. But I'm just going to give it a few minutes to let some of you log on, because I know that lots of you are wanting to log on and do this higher self connection practice today. So just while I'm waiting for some of you to log on, this is really special, okay? So this isn't just your average live. This is, for many of you watching this, whether this is live or on replay, and I'm being guided, this video is going to be around for a really good while and people are going to keep referring to it. For those of you that haven't connected to your higher self before, this is magical. This is wondrous, and I'm being guided to reinforce that, okay? So this is different to a normal guided practice that I do. It's so different to a meditation. This opens up everything for you. And so if this is your first time connecting to your higher self, I just really want you to feel into how special this is, because really and truly, when you start tuning in consciously to your higher self, you have the potential for the whole multiverse and the rest of your gorgeous, amazing, awesome, mighty, non-physical team to come through to you as well over time. And so really special. There are many of you that are going to be watching this who have worked with me over the last year and a half and who are already connecting to your higher selves, in which case, again, this is going to be really magical today, because we'll be doing it in a bigger group of people, and the energy in this video is going to carry forward also. And so just before we get started, the first thing is, I would encourage you to be somewhere where you know you're not going to be not disturbed, and where you know you're going to be able to just still your mind and focus upon this. And obviously, if you're watching this on the replay, you may want to pause this video and then go and find that place for you. Go and find that place. So that's the first thing, to just encourage you to be somewhere where you can be relaxed and where you know you won't be disturbed. And also, the other thing is, when connecting to your higher self, it's actually easier to do it the more high vibrational you are, or the more balanced and aligned you are. When we do the practice, I mean, I know for me personally, when I'm really aligned and balanced, I receive Sarah really clearly. If I'm feeling low vibrational, it is harder to receive her. So what I wanted to say was, take the pressure off of yourself with this today, because this is going to be, you know, we'll do it now live, but you can come back to this practice again and again. You may find, while you're starting to get used to connecting to your higher self, that some days it feels easier than others, depending on your vibration. Or alternatively, for those of you that are moving through the believe releasing process and your awakenings, and actually you will know that we can go through different phases of tuning to our higher selves as well. So just take the pressure off of yourself in terms of what you expect today. And actually, what I'd really like you to do is just be thankful for anything that happens today. Do not start putting massive expectations on yourself. I've been connecting into Sarah consciously for about 1.5 years now. I still can't hear her, okay? So don't put all these expectations on yourself that you need to hear them, that you need to see them, that you need to get this, you know, light bulb, crystal clear guidance. Take all of that pressure away. And what I'd really like you to do is just feel. Even if it's just a case of you feeling really delicious and relaxed when we're doing this practice, that's incredible. Start there, okay? This is a journey that's always going to unfold for you. And if you are going to continue to work with your higher selves, you know, for years to come, it's always going to evolve and adapt. Okay, so that's that. And then the other thing is, just to be really clear, who is your higher self? What is a higher self? And it's really, really time to demystify this, because every single person having a human experience on this planet, each and every one of you watching this, has your own higher self, okay? And your higher self will have had hundreds, if not thousands, of previous physical incarnations, and you are their current physical incarnation. They can only have one physical incarnation at a time, okay? So just to make that clear with Sarah, she has had thousands of previous physical incarnations, but I am her current physical incarnation. And so through tuning to Sarah, I am able to gain so much insight and knowing from her. So much in terms of expertise around law of attraction, of course, and so much more. Anything I want to do in this life, it's very likely that a lot of it her previous physical incarnations will have done. So I've got this fountain of knowledge there to tap into, and it's the same for each and every one of you. And for those of you that have closely followed the teachings of Esther and Jerry Hicks and their teachings coming through Abraham, your higher self up until Fifth Dimension Earth brought the kind of newer leading edge insight through from Abraham and the rest of their non-physical team. Up until that point, your higher self was referred to as source. And so many of you are going to recognize the term source energy. And so the new leading edge insight around this is that source energy is your higher self. And so the more you are able to consciously tune to them and be led by them, the more powerful your connection and relationship with them comes. In fact, I was trying to set up the video, my phone, I was trying to set it up for this live, and it kept slipping out the holder, and I was cracking up because I actually knew it was my team getting me to just kind of laugh a bit, and it was just making me giggle. And so your higher self is also your gateway to your broader non-physical team, and this is just some of the awesome magic that can open up to you. So your higher self is the eternal extension of you. And you know, if you want to read more, I would encourage you to go and really read the book Believe. I'm a Believe accredited practitioner, so pretty much everything I do now includes working with your higher self. So your higher self, they can send you signs, they can send you guidance, and it can be very feeling led, or you may receive visuals. Everyone's different how they receive their higher selves. But they are also the main non-physical energy that you are working with when you're moving through the Believe releasing process and going through your awakening. So your higher self is central to everything, and it's through more continued tuning with your higher self that over time, for those following the Believe releasing process, as you shift out that low stored vibration from your body, your pineal gland in the center of your mind starts to clear away the low vibration, so you are able to receive more and more non-physical clearly and ultimately without mistranslation. Okay, so this is really, really, really exciting. And again, your higher self is the gateway to this. And again, the more you kind of remove the low stored vibration, I have found working with Sarah, going through the releasing process and my awakening, the more I'm able to receive her. And for me personally, I receive her in a cognitive way, so it's very much feeling led. I don't hear her. I sometimes get visuals from her, like a flash of a visual in my mind's eye. It's very, very feeling led. So you will receive your higher self in the way that's perfect for you. So don't think that one way of receiving is better than the other, because it isn't. However you receive is how you set it up with your higher self to receive in non-physical before you came into physical. The other awesome thing about your higher self, we will get onto the practice in a minute, but I just want to make sure you've got all the background information, or just enough to have an understanding of what we're doing today. The other thing is your higher self, because you are an extension of them, they are you, you are them. You don't need to go to your sacred place or to a different dimension in non-physical to be able to receive them. You know, as you continue to work with your higher self over time, you can start to tune to more of your non-physical team in your sacred place. But for your higher self, you don't have to do that. So they are the if you like, easiest non-physical energies to work with. You don't have to do anything or go anywhere really special. You just need to be balanced, aligned, and allowing, and you really can build such an amazing relationship with them over time. Okay, so again, Sarah can be quite witty at times. She can also be quite firm at times and reminding me of my power. Your higher selves will do the same for you. Your higher selves love you so much, they're going to do anything they can to help you expand. For those of you going through the awakening, you know your higher selves love you so much, they're going to do everything they can to get you over that awakening line. Okay, there is only ever love from your higher self. There's never any judgment, nothing to fear, nothing in non-physical to fear. This is again something that has been misconstrued over time, that you can fear non-physical, but there's only ever love in non-physical. So allow yourself to feel relaxed here. And in fact, let's create a couple of truths here. So all you have to do is ask your higher self to connect you to the law of truth. Ask them to do that now, out loud or in your mind. Know that they're doing that for you, because they're always going to be helping you. And then what I'd like you to do is create a couple of truths and then try and feel the confirmation of that truth, which you will be receiving from your higher self, in your truth vortex just below your tummy button. So it's more powerful if you say the truths out loud. So the truth is, I allow myself to love my higher self. And just wait for a few seconds and you should feel it confirm in your truth vortex. And if you don't straight away, don't worry. Again, this is something that can take some time and some practice, but many of you, I'm getting, have felt that confirmation. The truth is, I desire to connect to my higher self now. And then another truth, the truth is, there's only love to receive from my higher self. And as you're feeling those truth confirmations, again, connect to the wonder of this. That's your higher self confirming those truths have been made within the law of truth. Therefore, that's the truth now. It's very different to an affirmation or a mantra. It's completely different. You're creating truths within the law of truth. And I'm getting, for some of you, that started actually to shift out a bit of low store vibration, because actually it can be common to have fear of non-physical. And this is why I'm so passionate about demystifying this. Okay, my darlings? So I think that's everything I want to say for the moment. Now just get comfortable. Remember, no pressure on yourself here, no expectation. I have to say, have no expectation here. If you're going to do this and expecting to have this like lightning moment, you're probably not going to get that, okay? Because you're putting resistance on the trail. It's a bit like manifesting. If you're trying too hard to get something, you're putting resistance there. So just allow. Again, with manifesting, allow, have no resistance. It's the same when you're connecting to your higher self. And I'm just going to lead you through it. My team, my non-physical team, who I can access through Sarah, they are going to amplify this for you. Okay, and that's it. Just follow my words, okay? And remember, when this finishes, if you feel like you wanted to stay connected for longer, or you were getting some more guidance through that you wanted to finish, you can go back and do this, and you'll get to the point where you don't need to use this practice. You'll get to the point where you just know how to do it without even listening to this practice. And just to say as well, as a Believe accredited practitioner, I'm going to be doing the higher self connection practice pretty much in the same way that I have learned it from Liv and Rapokanya, who have documented this practice in the book Believe. The higher self connection practice is also at the back of this book as well. But I'm just going to do it in the way that I've kind of learned to do it over time through them. Okay, my darlings. So if you could just close your eyes for me and just take a couple of delicious deep breaths in and out. And now just continuing to breathe normally. And what we want to do now is just feel our muscles becoming heavy. And the chair or the bed, wherever you are, just absorbing the weight of you now as you just let yourself go and you fully surrender. And just start to feel now your body slowing down, the busyness of today leaving you as you fully relax. And so now feeling your bloodstream almost starting to slow down. And if it feels comfortable, you may want to sort of feel into it thickening, if you like, and almost coming to a standstill. Everything just slowing right down now, knowing you're safe, you are loved, that this is wondrous for you. And now it's only your lungs moving as you're breathing in and out. In and out. And now just moving up into your mind, feeling your neurons, synapses and receptors switching off now also, as your body is now so still with just your lungs that are moving as you're breathing. And now, just asking your precious higher self to come close. Feeling their gentle, but also strong, loving energy coming around you. And if you can't feel anything, don't worry. This takes practice for many. It also depends on how your vibration is, but just know you've asked them to come close and they are really close now. And now feel their loving energy coming in through your love vortex in the center of your chest and filling you from head to toe as you receive their unconditional love for you. Only love here for you always. No matter what you think you may or may not have done, never any judgment from them, only love. So feel their love for you as you now send your loving energy back out through the love vortex in the center of your chest to them. And as you're feeling your energies and love combine, know that you are now consciously whole. For many of you, this will be the first time you've connected to your higher self in this way. And I just want you to gently smile to yourself and enjoy the magic of this. And for those of you that are connecting for the first time, know your higher self is so happy you're doing this. So feel the wonder of this. And just continue to be really relaxed, feeling, noticing what you feel rather than what you think. You may feel a sensation of love. You may feel physical sensations, which I'll guide you through more now. So you can ask your higher self, as you're here right now, to share with you what their vibrational signature is. So as you ask this, notice what you feel. So again, remove your thoughts, but just notice what you feel. With Sarah, I received goosebumps down the back of my shoulders and neck. That's her vibrational signature. So notice what sensations you feel. It may be heat, it may be coldness, it may be itches or twitches. Just notice what you feel. And if you don't feel anything yet, don't worry. I didn't the first time. So just allow, know this is beautiful. And actually, Often with Sarah, she's very subtle. So the more tuned you get to your higher selves over the months and years to come, the more you'll feel those subtleties. So just know whatever you are receiving right now is perfect for you. Take the pressure off, just enjoy the wonder. If you're just feeling deliciously relaxed, awesome, enjoy that too. Some of you I'm receiving may receive a visual in your mind's eye that's showing you what they look like. Again, it took me well over a year to receive that from Sarah. So again, don't put pressure on yourself. Some of you may want to ask your higher self a question. There may be something you're wanting guidance on. You may want to ask what their name is. So many things you can ask, but then allow yourself to receive, and don't worry if you don't receive anything, because they will give you the answers in the perfect timing for you. But the point is, you have asked. And that's if you want to. Sometimes, in fact, often when I connect to Sarah, I don't ask her anything. I just love connecting to her so I can feel that she's tuning to me. So just continue to bathe here. Getting for some of you, this is perhaps a bit emotional as well. That's really common. And often that is so connected to the fact that you are connecting to the truth of this and the remembering that your higher self has always been with you. So for example, the goosebumps I get from Sarah, I've had my whole life at different key moments, but I never until now knew it was her. So again, over time, the more you work on your connection with your higher self, the more you'll realise they've always, always, always been there with you. So just allow yourself to continue to feel their love. Know that whatever you receive is perfect for you today. And we're just continuing to help amplify this for you. You may want to tell your higher self something as well. You may want to tell them you love them. Okay. And now for the moment, we're going to leave this here. You don't have to shut anything down or anything. You can literally just thank them and gently open your eyes whenever you're ready. Okay, my darlings. So you can use this practice time and time again until you get used to it, where you won't need to use the practice. Just to reiterate, whatever you felt you received or didn't receive, know it's perfect for you, okay? As mentioned, I'm only going to keep saying this because I used to do like a lot of comparison energy and then get frustrated if I didn't think I'd receive things. So I really want to avoid any of you doing that. Just know that you can do that whenever you like again. And even if you didn't really notice anything that you felt stood out, know that by you setting the intention to consciously connect, that you were still tuning to them and they were tuning to you. And that is really, really special. Okay, some of you will have seen things potentially or received some guidance, but know that it's perfect. Know that every time you connect, it's going to be a bit different too, okay? So if you've had an amazing connection today and the next one doesn't feel as strong, don't panic. It takes some time, okay? Others of you may have felt you didn't really get much today, but actually next time you do it, if you're deeply aligned, you may suddenly receive something that's more clear. It's always going to change. But know that for those of you that hadn't connected with your higher selves until now you are consciously whole, you are aware of them, you've consciously chosen to connect with them, and you can continue to feel them in just your day-to-day activities. So every post I put out on social media, for example, that you guys see as part of Mastering the Art of Manifesting, that's done through Sarah. I do it with Sarah. I do everything pretty much with Sarah. Sarah tells me when to drink water. She will tell me where to walk the dog if I want guidance. Okay, you have to ask. Actually, that's what I'm being guided to say. You do have to ask, because, you know, if you think of the books from Messenger Hicks, Asking is Given, you have to ask. Often we don't ask our higher selves enough, so keep asking. But know that you will receive the answers in the perfect way and timing for you. So again, if you don't receive an answer straight away, don't think they're just not giving it to you because they don't want to. Sometimes there's a perfect timing. Sometimes they want you to expand a bit on your own first. Like, it just really depends, but your higher self has the roadmap, the most fastest route to everything that you want to manifest and everything that's in your soul contract. So the more you move with their guidance and you let them steer you, the more easily and rapidly things will continue to unfold for you. But you do have to ask. So they're not just going to give you answers that you haven't asked for, because we have free will. Okay, so remember to ask. Okay. Angela, darling, I can see one of you just asked, came halfway, can I ask you? Sarah's my higher self, darling. So Sarah's is a my higher self. So it's just helpful to explain how I receive and feel Sarah and my connection with Sarah to help you all. Okay, darlings. So remember to have a relaxed energy around this. Remember what I said. If you're feeling lower vibration, if you're like me, you're not going to receive as easily. Whereas when you are higher vibration and really in that balanced, aligned energy, it's likely you'll receive something much more clearly as well. But it takes practice, okay? So I hope you've enjoyed this today. This is so magical. Honestly, I feel so excited that for many of you, this will be the first time you've consciously connected with your higher selves. Again, know the wonder of this. There's so much more to come around this, okay, guys? So now you've started connecting, continue to connect into them. There'll be lots of things I'm continuing to do here at Mastering the Art of Manifesting that will always weave in connection to your higher self, but continue to enjoy the rest of this journey. Okay, my darlings, thank you for joining us live. We love you so much. And if you have any questions or you want to give any feedback, please feel free to comment below. Okay, see you all soon, my darlings. Mwah. Take care.